Welcome to the Deep Dive. You're here, I imagine, because you want to get smart, fast, and that's what we do.
Absolutely. Cutting through the noise.
So today's focus, really crucial part of the job interview. Those questions you get to ask right at the end.
Yeah, often overlooked, but so important. It's not just, filling time.
Exactly. It's like your closing argument.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking at some advice today focused on making those questions count, showing you're curious, showing you'd actually fit in there.
Right. The cultural fit piece is huge.
So our mission for this deep dive, give you some solid, actionable ways to use those final moments to leave a really strong, positive mark.
Couldn't agree more. A lot of people think, okay, interviewer stopped asking me questions, interview's over. But that's not quite right. No, what you ask. It tells them so much about how you think, what you value. It's a real chance to, show them, not just tell them you're interested.
Okay, let's dig into that then. The source material we're drawing from really hammers this home. Your questions. They need to be more than just, so what's the vacation policy?
Haha, yeah, probably save that for HR later. No, the point is to showcase genuine interest. And, maybe even more critical, how you might align with the company culture.
Alignment. Okay, so how do you do that?
Well, the advice stresses tailoring. Really tailoring your questions to what that specific company seems to value. Let's say it's a startup, right? And they're all about innovation.
Right, buzzwords everywhere.
Pretty much. So instead of something generic, you might ask about their, say, long-term R&D plans or how they foster experimentation.
I see. So you're thinking about their future, their innovation focus, not just the immediate job task.
Exactly. It shows you're thinking bigger picture, and it kind of probes subtly if they're actually walking the walk on that innovation talk.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, this source also has these bonus variation questions, kind of interesting framing. The first one, what does a typical day or week look like in this role? Seems pretty standard, right?
On the surface, yeah. It sounds basic, but think about what it signals.
Okay, what does it signal?
It signals you're interested in the reality, the practical side of the job, not just the title or the, high-level description. You're trying to picture yourself doing the work, fitting into the team's rhythm.
So it shows you're grounded, thinking about the day-to-day, not just the fancy stuff.
Precisely. It shows practical thinking. You're envisioning how you'd actually contribute minute to minute, hour to hour.
Got it. Okay, another bonus variation here. What are the biggest opportunities and challenges the team is currently facing? Now, that feels a bit more proactive.
Definitely. This one moves beyond your specific role.
How so?
Well, by asking this, you're showing you want to understand the team's context, the landscape they're operating in. What are the big wins they're chasing? What are the roadblocks?
So it suggests you're thinking strategically. Like, how can I help with those challenges or opportunities?
Absolutely. It signals, I'm not just here to do my tasks in isolation. I want to understand the bigger goals and, contribute to tackling the tough stuff and grabbing those opportunities. It shows initiative.
Right. Okay, last bonus variation to unpack. What qualities make someone successful in this role or on this team? This feels like a bit of a power move, almost.
Maybe. But in a good way. It's smart.
Why? What's the advantage?
It does two things. First, you get direct insight into what they actually value. Is it collaboration, independent problem solving, speed? What really matters on that team?
Okay, that's valuable intel. And the second?
The second thing is it perfectly sets you up. As they answer, you listen, and then in your final comments, you can subtly, naturally connect your skills and experiences back to those very qualities they just mentioned.
So it's a chance to reinforce your fit based on what they just told you is important.
Yeah.
Very clever.
It's a really effective way to make that final connection. You value X. Well, let me briefly remind you how I've demonstrated X.
Love it. Okay, so the source wraps up by saying, basically, don't just ask these questions, ask them with energy, with confidence.
Yeah.
That final delivery matters.
Hugely. It's your last impression. Mumbling a question doesn't exactly scream enthusiastic future employee.
True. You want to convey genuine interest, right?
Yeah.
That you're engaged, excited even about the possibility.
Exactly. Confidence in your questions reflects confidence in yourself as a potential hire.
So summing up for our listeners, these end of interview questions, not an afterthought. They are a real strategic opportunity.
Definitely. A chance to underline your curiosity, show you've done your homework on their values, and demonstrate why you're a great cultural fit.
Use them wisely. Tailor them. Deliver them with conviction.
And you'll leave a much stronger, more positive final impression. It differentiates you.
Okay, here's a final thought to leave you with, something to chew on. How might really digging into a company's values before you even get to the interview, how might that change the questions you prepare and maybe, just maybe, boost your chances right from the start?
Good question.
Think about it. Join us next time on The Deep Dive.